you see it?
We are
Mine
live.
just,
Yes, I see it. I got it.
mine's,
Hey, hey.
oh,
We're live. We're
okay.
live.
Welcome everyone to another Facebook Live with Dr. Nelva Bryant. My name is Greta Russo and this is Dr. Bryant. Please say hello to the people, Dr. Bryant.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. And you might wonder, why do I keep introducing myself every time? Well, we get new followers, and also I just love to share the things that I do. I don't think I say the same things all the time. So, but either way, I'm Dr. Nelva Bryant. I'm a veterinarian, and I work in the airline industry. I work with Delta Airlines, and I've been with them since around summer of 2018. It's brought on staff to help review and revise the policies for animal transportation, and it's a lot more than that, to be honest with you. It's an important role because, to be honest with you, the safety and welfare of all animals during transportation, especially if they're going by cargo, falls under different federal regulations. And as an airline, we have to ensure compliance. So that's what I was brought on to ensure we do that, and that's what I do with them. But meanwhile, and what I've learned with its role is that as far as pets, there's a lot of things that pet owners can do to better prepare their pets for air travel. So that's what I've been doing, sharing on my When Pets Fly platform, sharing pet-centered travel education. It's been 5 years now. I started it during the pandemic, and Greta and I have been rocking it, growing significantly, actually. Let me stop, pause, and we can talk about some of our growth there, Greta, if you want. But Greta's my right hand, my marketing guru. So please introduce yourself.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Greta Russo and I am
You paused for like
I am
30
enjoying
seconds.
this fun ride with.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I better now? Can you hear me?
I hear you, but it's a long delay.
Okay. So I'll start over. Hi everyone. My name is Greta Russo and oh, okay. Am I better now? Oh, okay. Well, my name is Greta Russo, and I work with Dr. Bryant in doing a lot of the marketing and PR and getting the message out there to pet parents as well as veterinarians and transportation specialists and everyone that has a touch point in our animals travel as far as flight is concerned. So it's been a fun journey and I've been learning a lot. And I'm so glad that I'm here learning with all of you. It definitely has been a very fast 4 years that we've been together. But I gotta say, we are making some inroads and I'm so proud of that. We are just expanding our reach as far as the messaging, and that is fabulous. Right down to being worldwide with our messaging. So we're not just, even though we're based in Atlanta, Georgia, we are being, people follow us from all over the United States. But then we also have people following us in the Philippines, in Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, India, New Zealand, let's see,
Australia.
Nigeria,
Australia.
United Arab Emirates, yes, yep, Mexico, Puerto Rico, South Africa, Vietnam, and Brazil. So we are really, really making good headway around the world, and I'm absolutely loving it. So, and it's all because of you, Dr. Bryant. Everybody wants to keep up with what you're talking about.
No, I appreciate the opportunity to share this information and to have the following. It's just obvious, basically, this type of information is not secondhand knowledge. I mean, it's not out there. And I feel as though I'm filling a gap, a knowledge gap of information to help better prepare all animals for air transport going by cargo, because it is complicated. I was looking earlier on my Facebook page. There's folks asking questions about transporting different animals. Actually, this one individual was asking about transporting dagoos, which are like a small type of rodent type species, and coming to the United States with that. And I was thinking to myself, in addition to, she's saying they're having difficulty finding an airline. Well, finding the airline is one part of it that's going to be difficult. The other part that's going to be difficult too is making sure whenever you're coming to whatever country, but coming to the United States with a rodent type species, you got to make sure you meet the regulatory requirements for coming in here. And I was thinking that's probably under U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services potentially, and potentially CDC's regulations too, because CDC regulates more than just dog importation. It could be other animals as well. So there's a lot they have to do, more than just getting a flight to get their animals here to the United States. So it's so complicated, to be honest with you, traveling anywhere. So my goal is to really fill that knowledge gap to make it more apparent to everyone that, hey, when I'm traveling, I know there's regulations, I know I have airline policies, and then make sure my pet is healthy or animal's healthy, and then I can travel. And also and I have a compliant crate, and then we can travel. So yeah, there's a lot of details. So I'm happy to share, to fill in that knowledge gap.
And, just to point out, since we are now being seen worldwide, we really make a conscious effort to make sure that we share information from other countries as well. So, if you have questions about your country and getting an animal in or out of your country besides the United States, feel free to reach out to Dr. Bryant, because she does have those connections to get the answers for you. And, if you want to learn more, definitely go to the website and the contact page. And then on that page, you're able to fill out the information that Dr. Bryant needs so that she can help you better. But as some local news, I guess for the United States, the TSA has been in the news actually for the past month. And a couple weeks ago, the first thing that they announced was, all passengers can keep their shoes on, which, you wouldn't think such a small detail would be people were elated to hear about that. But number one, nobody likes to step on a disgusting floor with their bare feet. But the reason why they're doing it is to help speed up processing time, because summer travel is horrendous. If you've been traveling, instead of the usual 2-hour wait, some people have 3, even 4 hours. Traveling with a pet, you got to add an extra hour. So, that's good news. But also this week that we're just in the end of, they have some new news that is coming out. And I'm pulling that up so that I can read instead of trying to paraphrase and getting it all kinds of wrong, saying they're a ship instead of, an airline. But the TSA is rolling out yet another change to make your travels a little smoother. And the story reads, last month, TSA announced a new Families on the Fly program. With this, there will be family-friendly security lanes where they can take their time without feeling rushed, or that you're holding up other people in line. So I bring that up because I wanted to ask you, Dr. Bryant, and you may or may not have heard of this already working for Delta, but wouldn't the family-friendly security lanes be a good place for people who are traveling with their pets to go to? Because I know, the one thing we keep saying is, you want your cat or dog to be relaxed. They have to go through the scanners just like you do. And, of course, people are standing behind you looking and saying, I got to wait for, the dog to act right. So would you recommend people who are traveling with pets to go to the family lanes?
It sounds like a smart idea. Again, that it's kind of taking under consideration that they have more people to address, and there's more issues to address than just say that one person that's in a rush. It gives them time to, take the pet out of their crate or carrier, and have it go through the scanner and everything. So it sounds like it's a good idea for people traveling with their pets in cabin to do it that way. I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we have seen lots of our viewers and followers who have shared videos traveling with their cats or dogs, and how it seems like an easy process, but I'm sure by the time they get to filming, they probably have to get everybody in the right place and stuff like that. But I can just imagine, just feeling rushed, trying to get me through. Now I gotta bring my dog through, and I'm carrying my cats and getting them through. So I personally thought that the family friendly lanes would be great for pet parents, but I wanted to
Yeah.
definitely get your weigh in on this as well. So
Yeah. I mean, we need to.
the other flight news.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
I was going to say that we need to find
Go
ways
ahead,
to make
Doctor.
it less stressful for everyone traveling. And then if you feel stress, imagine what your pet is going to feel. So if you can find a way where it's less stressful for everyone when you're going through the process and be calm, it'll be a whole lot better. So I agree with you.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's has not opened up in all airports just yet, but at several of the major ones it has started. So if any of our viewers have utilized this family-friendly lane, definitely let us know how it was for you. Was it a better experience than the regular lane? And did your cat or dog appreciate going over to that lane as well? I also wanted to bring up other airline news that Alaska Airlines is now flying with pets and making it easier on the pet parents. So for many travelers, leaving pets behind simply isn't an option. And Alaska Airlines has built one of the most flexible pet policies in the United States. In the cabin, dogs, cats, rabbits, and household birds are welcome for $100 each way. Pets must be at least 8 weeks old, able to eat solid food, and travel inside a secured carrier under the seat. Space is limited to 3 carriers in first class and 8 in the main cabin. So booking early is essential. Alaska's climate controlled cargo hold can accommodate an even wider range of animals, including ferrets, pot-bellied pigs, and tropical fish, though brachiocephalic breeds are never accepted in cargo. So they definitely have. I know that in the beginning of the year, we have talked about how airlines are looking to change their policies this year. I definitely know lots of viewers have made comments to us about they can't wait for Delta to come back and offer their services. But from what I've heard about what is the average for airlines, it really seems like Alaska has looked at what old policies were and made it so that they're a lot more lenient for traveling with pets. What are your thoughts on all the different types of animals that get to go on Alaska?
I think it's very interesting. Delta has something similar as far as in-cabin transport. Domestically, though, they don't allow rabbits, but they do transport dogs and cats and household birds in cabin for domestic routes. But if it's going internationally, in cabin will be dogs and cats. And again, with this, we're saying they have to fit inside the soft-sided carrier in the seat in front of the person, basically in the foot space. They have to fit appropriately there. I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact sizing on that, the soft-sided carrier, but they must have to fit appropriately in that space. Delta, as far as this, we do have an embargo on pets being transported by cargo. And when we say pets, that's it could be any household pet. So that could be your pet, dog, cat. It could be your bird or reptile. We do have an embargo on routine customer pets traveling by cargo, but we do allow the transport of our military or foreign service officers traveling on permanent change of station orders. for them to transport their pets with them, because when they're moving, it's a military move, and it's for serving the country. So we do allow those shipments to go forward by cargo. But routinely right now, we are still embargoed our pets at this time for routine customers.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's good to see that Alaska is moving forward with their animal transportation program. I think that's great. So a good option for folks traveling with their pets.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know, I get all kinds of people that message us in our DMs and stuff like that. And so I think you brought this up last week, but I had someone reach out and indicate, do you recommend an airline? I have I have to get my horse to a competition. And so from what I could remember that you said, we can't put a horse on commercial airlines. So I definitely told her to reach out to the ARC, and, they would be able to guide her better for wherever she is and where she's trying to get to.
Yeah, great advice. But yes, folks, depending on the size of the animal and their crate sizes or their container sizes, they must fit through the aircraft, the cargo hold door. So there's limitations on sizes based upon that. So there are, say, zoo animals such as there could be a giraffe. You will never find them on a commercial airline because they're too large. They would have to be on a freighter, aircraft freighter, or just a cargo only aircraft, basically. And with horses, if that's what falls with them, their requirements, they need to be on a cargo only aircraft. So never on a commercial airline. We did have someone request to put a pony not a pony, a foal in a dog crate, a large crate, and thought that would be appropriate. But it may have fit in there appropriately, but following IATA, which is the International Air Transport Association, their regulations, horses, even if it's a foal, must be on a cargo aircraft, not a commercial airline. So, yeah.
Yeah. The equine, they just have a whole nother set of rules for their travel.
Let me add another thing with that too. They actually transport it with what's called a groom, so they have an attendant with them when they're transporting. So that's So you can't imagine a person in the cargo hold of a commercial aircraft. There's no space for a person to sit there and attend to the animal during transport. So it has to be on a cargo aircraft, cargo only aircraft.
Absolutely. Well, we have a great guest that was just on not too long ago this year, that is joining us today, LaShonda from Elevate. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers will remember her. But we are going to talk about several of her members that have products and services that are good for travel. So let's bring LaShonda in so that we can introduce her and get this conversation started. Hey, LaShonda.
Hey. Hi, how are you guys? Sorry, I am already back at it. I'm already back to work. So if you hear the puppies kind of whining in the background, they're fine. They're just waiting to be groomed. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you, Dr. Bryant. You look amazing, I have to say. You look not a day over 30. Like you're glowing. You as well, Greta.
I'm like, geez, am I sweating? But yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
You both are beautiful women.
I'm well over the age limit. Thank you. My mom has good genes. My mom gave some great genes. So yeah.
And you know the old saying, black don't crack, and it's showing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You both look amazing. It's so good to see you.
So do you. So what is your day so far? I mean, thank you for joining us, but how's you're at work right now, or what's going on with you?
Yeah, so I literally hopped off a flight this morning. My flight landed like around 7. Got back to work. We just got back from Super Zoo Pet Expo, which is the largest pet retail expo here in the United States. We hosted a day-long event. We had the opportunity to take over the emerging brand stage. We work with a lot of emerging brands, minority brands. and it was phenomenal. We hosted a pitch competition, and then we had a full day of panel discussions, about various topics from the future of innovation in the pet industry to animal welfare and advocacy and what that looks like and how pet retailers can support various causes and missions. So phenomenal event. I'm a little hoarse after hosting, but we
Wow.
got to spend a lot of time with our community, and it was truly unforgettable. We are going to be celebrating 4 years doing this work next month, and I'm just blown away about at the impact that we're having. It's a
Yeah.
complete honor to support and really advocate for some amazing Black-owned businesses in the pet space. You know, we've been underrepresented, you know, historically. However, as the consumer market is changing, there's going to be a greater demand for diverse founders. Today's consumers, they want to purchase from, you know, brands with diverse founders that authentically share their values, reflect their communities, and have a love for animals, right? So we're
Right.
excited to stand in the gap and bridge everything.
That's awesome. Awesome.
That's fantastic. Well, before we get moving on, let me just quickly introduce you again by reading your bio, in case we have new people that are watching this time. And then they'll know exactly who LaShonda and Elevate are. With over 20 years of experience as a groomer, educator, and mentor, LaShonda is the owner and founder of Elevate Pet Professionals. Um, she is the founder of the Paw Shop in Orlando, Florida. She has dedicated her career to helping pets look and feel their best while guiding the next generation of grooming professionals. Beyond her work in pet care, LaShonda is a powerful advocate for Black and underrepresented professionals in the industry. Through the through Elevate, it previously was known as the Black Pet Business Network, now known as Elevate Pet Professionals. She is breaking down barriers, creating opportunities, and driving real change. With Elevate, she helps entrepreneurs build strong, successful businesses, empowering them to not only grow, but to transform the industry for the better. Everyone, it is my pleasure to introduce, and I hope you will help me welcome LaShonda Geffrard from Elevate Pet Professionals.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. That really means a lot. Thank you. Thank you for the intro.
Yeah. We've known each other.
That never gets old.
We met. Did we? No, we met before Pet Connect last year. So we haven't almost a year now since we've been in connected and everything. And I'll be honest with you, I think your support has been really, really outstanding for me, and really actually opened a lot of doors for me. So I really want to thank you for that, because if it weren't for connecting with you, I wouldn't have connected further with Pet Connect, and that wouldn't have everything is lined up. So thank you for that opportunity, just meeting you and just being open to what we're doing. So thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there's so much more. You both are blazing new trails. You know, your platform, the way that you guys are utilizing it, not just to bring people together and bring awareness to what's happening in pet travel, but you guys are trailblazers and leaders in your own right, and we're all watching, and we're all inspired by your story. And this next generation of leaders, we have big shoes to fill. So we want to follow in your footsteps. So definitely thank you guys for just continuing to do the work and being consistent with your platform and growing globally. You know, that is something that we all aspire. So definitely,
Thank
you
you.
know, I'm here just to amplify the work that you guys have already been doing. So I thank you. It's always an honor to be on your show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, LaShonda, please let people know what Elevate Pet Professionals is all about. This, of course, is Black Business Month. And so not only do we want to start off by talking about how fantastic your organization is and all that you're doing for entrepreneurs. But we also want to highlight your members who have fantastic businesses. They are minority owned and they are great products, maybe even services that are great for travels. But let's start with Elevate. Tell us about your company.
Yeah, so Elevate, we are a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to empower Black entrepreneurs, whether you are a service professional, groomer, trainer, um, um, any of those things, or if you are an industry expert and professional, we're here to amplify the work that you're doing. We provide resources, access to mentors, and then most importantly, networking and opportunities. You know, the pet industry, it's an entire ecosystem, and there's so many roles and there's so many opportunities. So my job is we go out, we scout what's next, what's happening, what's leading, and we kick open doors and we leave those doors open for others to follow. So we've been very passionate about it. We've been in operation since 2021. We have also not just members across the U.S., but we've expanded into Canada, Africa as well, and then also Europe. So we have a huge mission to make the pet industry more inclusive, right? We want to transform the industry from the inside out, right? We want it to be authentically reflective of the diverse communities, the people that we serve. So, and that is reflected in leadership, that's reflected in retail, that's reflected in just everything that we could do when it comes to providing a healthy and happier life for our animals.
Absolutely. And I definitely want to point out to everyone, your organization is, you're an entrepreneur and you are a startup, just like every other small business. You got to start from somewhere. But your message, your community, and your growth, it just fits and it's working. And what I wanted to point out to all entrepreneurs that are going to see this is that you start out with one thing. And I'm sure you had one vision in mind, like Dr. Bryant did, because we thought we were only talking to pet parents.
Yeah.
And then after 2 years, you went and rebranded. So you were formerly known as the Black Pet Professionals, and now it's Elevate. And so I wanted to point out that the journey, I believe, personally believe, is the best part of everything.
Yeah.
And watching your journey start from one place, and then as you move along, you're realizing, oh, well, we can touch this. Oh, we can do that. And this is what our members need. So I have to
Yeah.
applaud you
Thank
for
you.
having the leadership, being open to what the universe feeds to you, and adjusting, pivoting to be what you need to be to protect your community. So I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
say that as
I'm getting
well.
constant downloads, and there's so much to do. I started, and my story is I started off like I own a grooming salon here in Orlando. We're the only Black-owned dog grooming salon in Orlando. We celebrated 10 years in business here this past summer. I've been a grooming professional and mentor and educator for the past 20 years in the pet space. So all I know is pet, right? I know the pet industry. I'm not going to say inside and out because there's so many facets, but I completely dedicated my entire career in my life to supporting people and animals. And so during the height of COVID, of course, we had time. And during that pause, during lockdown, I really had to take a step back and I found myself trying to figure out what was next. And as you mentioned, transition and the pivots that we
Yeah.
make, but we're enjoying the journey. We started out as the Black Pet Business Network and we started building community. We started out, my original mission was, hey, we're just going to network. We're just going to be a social community, social club. We're going to go state to
Yeah.
state. We're going to just, do some learning and just have a good time and celebrate us. And then, I partnered with Leap Ventures and they said, hey, well, how about we do a business pitch competition with some of the people that you know? And I thought, yeah, absolutely. And so we did our first pitch competition at
Why
Super
not?
Zoo. Yeah, why not, right? Especially we were doing 10K grand prize. So like, why not? Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So we did that and it was like I took a hard stop because I realized that there was a great need and that there were so many gaps. We had so many barriers facing, just individually. Everybody had their own story and that they had their own challenges and pain points. And I wanted to pour
Mhm.
back and give back to my community in a very meaningful way. So we started having
Yeah.
webinars. I started connecting with other leaders and asking them to, hey, do you mind mentoring? Do you mind stepping in and providing support and guidance to this person and this person and this person and this person? And we've literally just blossomed from there. We have weekly, monthly webinars on various topics, anywhere from personal branding to, business development, tax strategy, and more. We also focus on our mental health and wellness, right? We never want to forget about how important to take care of your mental health as an entrepreneur and a leader. You experience so much, and as a trailblazer, it almost feels lonely because you're sometimes being who I know. For me personally, I've become who I've never seen in this space. I've never seen a woman of color like advocating for other businesses, for other influencers of color, um, really trying to figure out who I was, right? So as everything evolved and as I began to grow and mature, I got clarity on my mission and I stood 10 toes
Mhm.
down on my commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and belonging in the pet space. And we've elevated. So elevate is the evolution of the Black Pet Business Network because we've grown beyond that. And since now that we have a
Mhm.
international reach, we're going to continue to provide support and really make the industry more inclusive and really a safer place for us to be seen, heard, and valued through just our gloriousness and our authentic stories and the brands that we want to bring to market. One thing I will say too that also inspired the program that we recently launched as we talk about Black Business Month is our RISE program. And RISE is an acronym for Retail Inclusion and Success for Entrepreneurs. So with this program, our mission is to get those with retail products shelf ready. We want to make sure that they understand about packaging and merchandising, that they understand about, their sales pitch, and we're helping them from every facet to make sure that they are ready to reach national sales. And that's what they choose to do, right? Big box retail is not for everybody. And honestly,
Right.
there is a formula where you can even achieve more success, going local, shopping local, and having a B2B plan that's really gonna help you connect with your consumers on a deeper level. So with this program, it is a 6 week accelerator, but we have events. It runs all year long. The accelerator is just really the kickoff of it. Um, Post Super Zoo, we're probably going to expand it. So we're probably going to be moving it to 10 weeks because there's so much information and knowledge. We had a dynamic lineup of brands. We from Arkisha from Good Boy Goodies, which is a treat company. They're actually have a vending machines in the airports, so they're tapping into pet travel. I'm definitely going to make the intro for you guys there.
Yes.
And then we have Emeka with Inkata grooming products. He actually won the prize. He was our winner this year. He has a dog and cat grooming shampoos. He even has a waterless shampoo, which is great for travel as well, for
Mhm.
those pet parents on the go, for those accidents or those quick,
Right.
pick me ups, and we just need to, clean someone up.
Yeah.
And then we also had who else? Alana with Rocky's Canine Cuisine. Like she has toppers and fresh food. It was an amazing lineup. Skona. It was an amazing lineup. So this program, it's just a start. It's just the first step to our greater commitment to making sure that Black founders are represented in pet retail and that we're filling that gap. Because there is a huge gap there. Less than 3% of diverse founders can be found. You can go to any pet store where there's retail, and I'm very sure you may or you may not find any Black-owned brands in that store. Now we are creating innovative ways to get our products out there. We're meeting pet parents where they are, and we're filling those gaps, and we're answering and providing solutions to their needs. So this program is just the launch. It's just the start of what the future of the pet industry will look like.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
You definitely have some people that are doing things. I definitely want to meet the person that has the idea of a vending machine for travel.
Oh yeah, I got you. Arkisha, and she's in Georgia, so she's
Is
close to
she?
you. Yeah,
Ooh.
she is. And I even got to circle back. So our very first winner for our pitch competition back in I think it was 2022. I think it was 2022 or 2023. Everything's a blur today. But Sharon, and the name of her company is 5 Element Pet Food Therapy. And
Okay.
she uses like ancient Chinese holistic ingredients to really take care of your dog's gut health. It's an amazing product, and she's made some shifts and she's made some changes, and she's stepping into the pet travel space now. So that's
Mhm.
another introduction I would love to make for you guys,
Okay.
so they can be on your show and talk more about their products. She even has a doggy lunchbox that she launched that is perfect for travel and on the go. And her foods, they are amazing because it's dehydrated and freeze dry. So all you do is add water. So for those, hey, you're a long flight, long day, you're traveling, if you're wanting to make sure your pet has a healthy, their normal meal that is actually good for them scientifically, like backing, add some hot water, and they have
That's
everything that they need. So what's happening in pet travel, we're all starting to catch wind of that. And
mhm.
it's still a great area when it comes to investors and what they think about how to make that shift. But people are traveling and they're bringing their pets along, and they need
Yes.
solutions. They need,
Yes.
that
Every
there's a
you know
lot.
everything that the consistency that you have in their normal routine settings has to be maintained as they travel along too. And when you get to your destination, if you're vacation or whatever you're doing, you have to still maintain that consistency.
Yeah,
So you say with the diet, making sure, and freeze dried sounds really good because
yeah,
it's very simple to maintain. You don't have to worry about
absolutely.
it being refrigerated or any other special ways to handle it. Sounds
Yeah,
good. But maintaining nutrition and messes. I mean, it happens. They do
yeah,
sometimes make a mess, and having something where they can clean them up, and
yeah.
it may not have water and everything available, but they can clean my pet up. So at least
Absolutely.
all,
Absolutely. And I'm so proud of everybody
yeah.
who are, they're all jumping in, and they're all leaning forward when it comes to providing solution, when it comes to pet travel and making sure that pets are happy, healthy. And they also, like, even for like with Arkisha with the vending machines,
Hmm.
you can go into the airport and we can grab anything almost anywhere, but you really can't find anything there for your pets, right? So her vending machine
Well,
not only provides healthy,
yes.
nutritious, human grade,
It,
organic
but
quality treats for your dog,
yeah.
but also they can grab a toy as well to keep them entertained while they're waiting at the airport. Just something to pass the time. So we're all leaning into
Think
innovation,
about
and I'm
think
so
about
proud of
those
that.
those instances where people were stuck in the airport for extended period of times because of delays and what have you. There's nothing available for pets
There's
in those
nothing
situations.
available.
I mean,
Yeah,
most likely they give their pets whatever McDonald's, and then they got to worry about a GI upset later because they ate something they shouldn't have eaten. So
absolutely.
having preparation for something available for them is needed. Only airport Greta and I saw something that like that at thus far is in Las Vegas. They had a
Yeah.
vending machine there, and we were so impressed by that. It was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
that's a great idea. And I remember one of the snack areas also had like dog biscuits or something, which surprised me. But that was the only airport where I've seen something like that. So
Yeah, yeah. And it just makes you even more excited when you see that,
yeah,
they're reflective of our community, that Arkeisha, she's a woman of color. She's a woman-owned business. She's from Georgia, is homegrown, the
love to
brand,
meet
and
her. Love
she's
to meet her.
expanded, and she's already, you can find her treats, like she's already in over 200 stores across the US. And
Okay.
then now with her stepping into the travel realm and having her, and it's completely branded, like it's phenomenal, and I cannot wait to introduce her and a few others to your audience, because they provide so much value, and there's so
Hmm.
much alignment when it comes to ensuring that your pet is healthy and happy on the
Yep.
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also, you know what I was thinking too? We always say pet travel. It's pets in transit. So
Yeah,
that gap, we've got to fill in that gap and making sure, again, the consistency you have when they're at home, wherever, you're traveling. So in transit, let's make sure there's consistency there and there's
absolutely.
options available in that environment for them too. So perfect.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Well,
Like this is truly a labor of love. And I have to say that, and I
mhm.
think anybody close to me, they'll agree that I put my heart into it. I really do my best, because their innovation is gonna change the future of the industry,
Mhm.
and they are
Mhm.
tomorrow's leader. They're leading today, but they're really what the future of the pet space is going to look like. Multicultural, millennial and Gen Z pet parents, they are they consume more than half of like the retail market. Like they are spending the most, and they're the most like
Right.
historically they're the most diverse generation. So this is what it's called, like
Yeah.
Gen X or something like that. I am floored away by just their tenacity to support founders from their communities,
Mhm.
right? And to support those who are
Yeah.
mission led, right? And we're shifting from this um profit first, like we're leading with our missions, and we're going to use that to generate profit for us. So it's mission to profit, and or purpose to profit, and I love that. I love that.
Awesome.
Well, I actually wanted to take a few minutes to introduce thoroughly the companies that you mentioned briefly, made a flyer for each of them. So this one right here is Inkita Pet Grooming Products, that you
Yeah,
mentioned, and we have a
it's
full
it's
line.
pronounced Inkata. And he's got an entire line of grooming products, and they are eco-friendly. They're plant-based. He's actually based out of Chicago. He's amazing, amazing guy. He can ship anywhere from you can buy a 16-ounce bottle of shampoo, or if you need 100 cases, he's ready. So he is
Yeah.
definitely retail ready, and he's leading. He was our winner from the pitch competition. His family originally from Africa. Inkata actually means dog in their native language.
Okay.
And he has an amazing brand story. And I actually met him a few months back, and I was so floored away. I couldn't I couldn't miss out on the opportunity to have him included in this program. And he's in male representation, black males in the pet space when it comes to retail. They're underserved, right? But for him to win, like he's like the big brother of the group. We were just all cheering him on. It was a lot of love. He definitely
That's
deserved
great.
he definitely deserved the crown for sure.
Well, Inkata prioritizes ethical practices. Their products are cruelty-free, packaged in recyclable materials, featuring natural ingredients that reflect a dedication to quality and sustainability, and proudly made in the USA. They sell shampoo, conditioner, and deodorizer. And their products contain grapeseed oil, moringa oil. You know what? Let me back up. So oatmeal extract helps to soothe and calm itchy skin. Lavender oil, coconut oil, and moringa oil help to condition and enhance shine, in addition to the grapeseed oil. The rinseless products are, the rinseless products are used between trips to the groomers. But really, you can use them while you're traveling as well. Great for travel to keep pups clean and fresh. They sell them as single bottles, as you see in the photo, in bundles. So you can get a whole package like you see in the photo. And they also sell in gallon bottles for each of them. So I definitely recommend people who are traveling, especially for the dogs who are active, running through the mountains, running through the sand, jumping in the ocean or even the ponds. You know, this product line is something great that fits nicely in your suitcase. And the fact that it's rinseless, you know, it takes the mess out of, you know, having to rinse them off and all this other stuff. So this is
Yeah, perfect for on
a
the
great
go. It's a
recommendation.
waterless shampoo. I actually switched over, so I only use his product now in my
Oh
salon.
wow.
I am a real advocate, and honestly, his product is definitely something that I would stand by. And the first time I tried it as a groomer, I was so impressed. I was thoroughly impressed with the quality. And it's not something that, you know, they private label. Like he got him and he's actually has a history and background in African American hair care. So this product actually can be used in your hair. It's
Nice.
actually pH balanced to where it could be dual purpose. But it speaks for itself. So if anybody's watching and you guys want to support and you want to try the product, the waterless shampoo is amazing. It is a must-have for your doggy bag or your kitty bag or your hamster bag or whatever, whomever animal you're traveling with. It is great for all animals of all coat types. Waterless shampoo is a foam. You rub it on and it dissolves all dirt and grime, and they're fresh and clean, and it has natural deodorizers.
That's great.
Very nice.
Everyone can find their products on N as in Nancy, KITA .store. So definitely make sure you check them out and try the products and see how it does for your pet's fur and skin. Let's see, the other company that you mentioned, it is Rocky's Canine Cuisine. So Rocky's Canine Cuisine is a full range of foods for every meal in a day. There are 3 fresh food meals that include chicken with broccoli, cauliflower, and brown rice, turkey with kidney beans, carrots, and brown rice, and salmon with sweet potato, kale, and quinoa. They all make up the entrees. There are 4 flavors of dog treats, one with banana and pumpkin, another sweet potato and peanut butter, and the third ginger and apple, and the fourth cranberry and coconut. And then, of course, there is one organic, let me flip the paper. There's one organic seasoning made from organic strawberries, blueberries, Fuji apples, and raspberries. And the food toppers sounds amazing, and it probably makes anything you put it on top of taste great. Now, what I think is perfect for this to go travel is, you know, what if you go to some place and it doesn't have your dog's or cat's favorite food? Well, and I'm sorry, your dog, because I think all his products her products are all for dogs. So you get whatever they have that's close to what your dog would eat, put this on top, and they'll gobble it right up.
Yeah.
So that seems like a great alternative for people who are traveling. And you can find, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm going to say, I like the fact that we've got an option for the potential dogs or dogs that may have allergies and need something that's like a newer protein or say nouveau protein, something they're not exposed to. The salmon mixture sounds like a great combination for those potential dogs with food allergies.
Yeah, absolutely. All of the entree formulations are they're all put together so that all dogs can eat them. So whether you don't have allergies or if you do have allergies,
Mhm.
all the formulations are delicious, all natural. And if you have a sensitive stomach, you can eat it too. And you can find them at Rockies with an S at the end, caninecuisine.com. So that's where you can find that great. They have entrees, treats, as well as the toppers. So you want to make sure you try everything for your pet. And then the last one that you brought up, that is a member in your company, my dear LaShonda, is Good Boy Goodies. So they provide high quality, all natural, delicious treats that are made from the finest ingredients without any fillers or artificial additives. You won't find any wheat, corn, soy, or preservatives in the recipes. I quote, "We believe that good food equals good health, and that's what we've included with special ingredients like coconut oil and pumpkin in our treats. Coconut oil acts as a natural breath freshener, ensuring that your dog's kisses are always pleasant. Pumpkin aids in digestion, keeping your dog's tummy happy and healthy. It's these thoughtful additions that make Good Boy Goodies stand out from the pack. This company is family owned, and as you mentioned, they are based in Atlanta, Georgia, actually Macon, but Atlanta, Georgia. And they launched, as you mentioned, their machines in airports, and I'm assuming they started with the Atlanta airport. So this is another great company with food that is all natural and fresh, that can travel, the treats and supplements that are perfect for pups on the go. Um, so let's see. I have the website listed, but it's not showing. So I'm looking up Good Boy Goodies so I can tell everybody. And it is goodboygoodies.com. And that's where you want to go to find their treats and see how your dog enjoys those.
Awesome.
So,
Looking forward to meeting them, Alessandra. I am
Oh, I
very
got you.
excited.
I got a whole list of others. Like they are just a few who I've learned that they're tapping in to what's happening with pet travel and transit. There's so much innovation that's still needed around that, and there's even more solutions that need to be addressed. So I'm very proud that we have members reflective of our community, that is answering the call.
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. Good.
LaShonda, I don't know if you know this, but Eric Adams from Dog and Whistle is coming to visit us next week, next Friday on
Oh yeah,
Facebook Live. So we're excited to
that's
have him.
excellent. Yeah, Eric, we love Eric. We were with him in Vegas. He was with us at Super Zoo. We love Eric. Eric is everything. We Eric supported us by ensuring that we found a place for our networking mixer. We had found a beautiful venue. He's local to Vegas, so
Oh,
we collaborated on that,
Yeah.
and that was an amazing experience. Eric is phenomenal, and he's working on some new things, and I know he's super excited to tell you guys more about it.
oh, that's good. Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. LaShonda, I'm curious, has your pets had tried any of the products that we have mentioned? And if so, what was their reaction?
Not just yet. So I literally got in this morning. They brought me samples. I've tried Incota, the shampoo on my dogs already, of course. But I haven't cracked open the bags of goodies yet. But my dogs are gonna love it. They'll eat anything. But my male Dalmatian, he has a super sensitive stomach, so I'm excited to see how well he digests these, and just to give him something new. I really do believe that our pets do deserve variety. Like, we eat different things. We're always open to trying different different things. Shame on those who don't allow their animals. And I know for medically needy dogs, I think that we should still find innovative ways to give them a better quality of life by introducing foods that are tolerable and healthy for them. Nobody wants to eat the same food every day for 17, 18, 19, 20 plus years of their life. So
Right.
I think that when it comes to food and nutrition, that we should continue to lean into innovation and to also support those, reflective of our community by making our pets happier.
I'm I'm I,
Absolutely.
I'm happy there's more options out there now because
Yeah.
Yeah.
beforehand people thinking variety would be throwing table food on there. So I'm so happy there's other options there. So you don't go to table food because they need a diet that's kind of bland in comparison to ours. So we would put all the seasoning, salts, and everything, and they think it's okay to give it to their pets. No. So I love the fact that there's other options that are going to be beneficial for them and not cause any GI upsets or anything like that. So I
Yeah.
like that.
And I love that because we're I am advocating within our community. And a lot of them, they're definitely taking heed that they're using shopping local, going human grade, that route, connecting with the farmers that are local, and ensuring like we have Amber, and she has Ambezi's Organics, and she's actually visit the farms. She has single ingredient treats, and they're dual species for dogs and cats. She's went to the farm and she saw like how the animals are cared for, and then we have a new brand that just emerged. That I met that we're going to be partnering, Spoil Pets. They took it a step further too. They go to their manufacturer. They're making sure that the workers are respected, so we're
Wow.
really, really diving in deep, and we are honing in on the quality, not just from the ingredient, but what's happening in the plants. How are the staff treated?
Yeah.
What's going on there? So that's really super important
Yes.
for this next generation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's been a few different researches done that have statistics pulled together about how these two generations, they are so about, all natural, healthy, being organic, eco-friendly, like all of the big buzzwords that the older generations either don't know or have not really applied to. This younger generation is all about saving the planet and being good humans to animals. There's more vegans these days, or people who practice that.
Yeah.
So this whole new generation is all about having a healthier lifestyle. And I love, love, love that it is
Yeah.
spilling into the pet industry, because now, our animals have more than kibble
Yeah.
or what was left over in the butcher shop to be squished in a can.
Yeah.
I remember, now I know I'm older than both of you, but I remember when Alpo was the big brand way, way back
Yeah.
in the day. That was buying really good stuff. And, you can't even find an Alpo now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's and then I know, to your point, Dr. Bryant, I know my mom, because she didn't like the smell of Alpo. So we thought, this is when I was growing up, people. So my parents thought, they would have the kibble, and my dogs were spoiled to death. So my mom would cook an extra plate for the dogs. So they got steak and they got eggs. They got
Well, that sounds
spaghetti
good.
and
I wish that was
meatballs.
one of your
And
dogs.
it was all mixed into the kibble.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, they're gonna have a home cooked meal, and I'm learning today that maybe that wasn't the best thing, but
Hey, but
they
that's
like that
care.
spaghetti
That's
though.
that's that's care. So I
No,
love
but yeah,
what Dr. Boyd says about your care doesn't look like my care, but it doesn't mean that I don't care.
right.
And that's how we love on our animals, by
Yeah.
giving them our human grade food straight from our table. You
Right.
know, half the time, like even now, don't we give that to our children? So it's a reflection
Yeah.
of, hey, I'm sharing my plate, not just with my family, but with even with my pets. But you know, it's just how we loved our animals back
Yeah.
then. And there's so much. The dogs are built different now. You know, we got a lot of bougie puppies,
Yeah.
and their stomachs can't hold water. So the dogs are different. So back
Yeah.
then, we come from a
Yeah.
different generation. Even me,
Yeah.
we gave our dogs. I didn't have dogs growing up, but just friends and family and those that I knew, like we gave them bones and different that.
Yeah.
And there's so many. There's when it comes to nutrition, people are really exploring. How to feed better, and they're exploring, vegan and plant-based diets for canines. You know, there's another black-owned
Yeah.
brand name. I believe it's called Treve, and he uses it's like an African cricket or fly in the ingredients,
Oh,
and it is high in protein. It's better than a lot of meat, and it's an innovative way of giving your dog, especially those with sensitive stomachs, they need that protein. And
Right.
he found a solution. And we here in America, we might turn up our nose to certain things, but in other countries, respectfully,
Yeah.
that's how they
right.
survive. And their
Yeah.
care is not our care, but it doesn't
Right.
mean that they
Yeah.
don't care. And now we're
Right.
starting to tap into that.
Right.
And now we're starting to tap into new ways of showing our animals that we love you, we care about your nutrition, and we want to find solutions from gut health, what's happening with their kidneys and all of the things. So I'm just proud of all, and I'm just speaking from my perspective, I'm proud of all of the Black owned businesses and the founders. We're really pushing and we're
Yeah.
really encouraging to lean into innovation and to lean into what's next in the industry and to look towards the future, and keeping not just an eye on the front door, but what's happening at the back door, and that they're not leaving any stones unturned when it comes to providing healthier options and solutions to a lot of the modern day challenges that we face as pet parents.
That's so interesting.
Absolutely.
Very interesting. And we do have to remember, we all care. We might
Right.
care in a different way from someone else, but we all
Yeah.
care. And that's one thing, I'll be honest with you, in the veterinary profession, it needs to go across too. Just because one person does it one way doesn't mean they don't care about their pet. And they're basing things also sometimes on their own knowledge and what they know. So it doesn't mean they don't care. And you can't put your care on someone else's. So yeah,
Right.
we all care. We might care differently, but we all do care for our pets and stuff. So I like that you said that.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Absolutely.
That's a quote from Dr. Boyd.
I know
I
you're.
definitely want to give her that credit.
That's good. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
That was a good saying.
Mhm.
I know you got ladies in your waiting area waiting to get their hair did. So
Oh my God. You don't even know. They're all here running around me. Come here, Reese. I would bring Reese up, but
looking at you
she's a toy
crazy,
poodle.
wondering
Yeah, she's a toy poodle, but she's
when
the
can I
one
get
that
the
she won't come to you. You
shampoo?
got to chase her down.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, I appreciate your time today, LaShonda. Thank you so much for joining us. Honestly.
Oh, absolutely. And this was just the first
Absolutely.
of many. I definitely want to continue to support the movement and the work that you guys are doing by encouraging brands to
Thank
stay
you.
connected with you,
Mhm.
and leaning into that innovation and sharing it back with your audience, because we all love, and the mission is the same, is to make the world a better place for animals. So
Great.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
So true. I want to invite all entrepreneurs, especially those of color, to reach out to Elevate Pet Pros at elevatepetpros.org. Check out the website, read what they're about, go to their events. There are a lot. But more importantly, maybe even reach out to the members and find out how LaShonda and the organization is supporting you and how the community is supporting each other. To keep up on what they're doing, you want to make sure that, okay, I did push the button. There we go. You want to make sure that you follow them on social media. You can see that they're on Instagram as well as Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, LaShonda, I could only find the old names for Facebook and LinkedIn. Have you changed it to Elevate yet, or is it still Black Pet Business Network?
I believe it should still be, but it may be under Elevate Pet Pros. So if anything, you could try that. But even if you Google the Black Pet Business Network, all the ties should lead back to Elevate Pet Pros. And even on our website, you should be able to find us linked there. Anybody can contact me directly through LinkedIn or email me at elevatepetpros@gmail. I am more than happy to assist. We're always looking for program partners. We're always looking for other, not just pet parents to connect with, but other professionals who believe and there's an alignment with our missions that can go back and support the entrepreneurs in our community. So we're all about giving them resources, giving them tools, and giving them access to opportunities that will change their lives and their businesses.
Absolutely. You know, and you have some big name corporations that are getting behind your organization and behind your members, and I wanted to point that out real quick before we got off, because that's important. You know, even though it's a community of entrepreneurs supporting one another, one of the great benefits is that your organization is in communication and being supported by big companies like Purina, you know, and winning, and companies like that are giving the prize money for some of these competitions. So, you know, and these big companies are providing education. You know, they're sharing their knowledge from a 1,000-foot level of retail with people who are trying to get started. So I wanted to make sure I shared that. It's an important fact, and definitely we love LaShonda, we love Elevate, and we want everyone that is a pet business owner to check out Elevate, to become a member. They have different levels, and also, even if you're not a business owner, check out the members who have some amazing products like the ones we highlighted today.
Yes, thank you
So
so
that's
much,
all I got.
Nelva. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much. It's always a pleasure. And like I said, thank you for using your platform to help us amplify the work that we're doing. Huge shout out, like you mentioned, to our partners. We partner with Pet Care Innovation Prize, which is powered by Purina, Mars Pet, the World Pet Association, the American Pet Products Association, all the associations. We definitely appreciate their support because when it comes to when we talk about retail inclusion, we are standing 10 toes down on our commitment to diversity in the pet space. And we're here to help those who are underrepresented and who have been underserved historically in this space. And we're here to change the industry from the inside out. But we're going to do that one entrepreneur at a time and, one pet parent at a time if we have to, but it's going to happen.
Yes. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Dr. Bryant, is there any last things you want to mention?
I mean, what she said was outstanding, perfect. All I can say is thank you for being here with us, LaShonda, and sharing and everything. And you're definitely welcome to our platform. Definitely want to include all your other folks you suggested to the platform as well. So I'm just happy you're here. So thank you. And also, thank you for just recognizing us too. So thank you. So thank you.
Thank you. No, listen, I'm here because of you guys. So, and just supporting you guys, it makes it all worthwhile. That's reaffirming me that I'm doing the right thing, because to see you win, to see you successful, to see you guys grow nationally, internationally, I love that. And I want to continue to amplify and support your organizations to our partners and to others. So that brings more brand awareness, because it's an ecosystem and we're all supporting each other.
Right.
So,
right.
I like to say, like, the pet industry is like a fish tank, there's a whole ecosystem in there. You just got to dig in deep. You just got to know what you're looking for, and you got to make sure that it all works together. So thank you again for having me. And, we'll definitely stay connected. And I'm excited to introduce you guys to our amazing community.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Cheers. Have a good day, ladies. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You too. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And pushed end stream. Do you see end stream on your side?